What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the shop. We're gonna do a little different video here. It's not gonna be able to do like a long-term comparison, but we'll try to go on here every so often and compare if we can see them from then. But anyway, let me show you what we got. Okay, right here's what we got. We got two different products. We got the Pour 15 and the Rust-Oleum 2-in-1 Rust Reform Seal. Okay, the Pour 15, it is actually direct to metal rust prevention paint. No need for primer or undercoating. Use over Pour 15 rust preventive coating for permanent protection. Professional use chassis black. And then we got the Rust-Oleum rubberized black coating, seals rust to prevent corrosion. So we're going to compare these. So we've used the Pour 15 several times. We've done quite a few frames with it. We've done several floorboards. We've done the floor of the Old Blue, done under the hood of the race car with it, done under the bottom like cabs and stuff like that and other cars. So we've not really used the Rust-Oleum. There's a big difference in the price. I want to say the Rust-Oleum 2-in-1 Reform and Seal is probably half the price of the Pour 15. But what we're going to do here is we're going to take the Pour 15 and we're going to coat under the hood and the suspension stuff, or the cross member of this 69 Mustang. And then we're going to take the Rust-Oleum and we're going to coat the floor of this 79 Mustang. Well, what about that 69, 79? We've done some floor patching in it, and we're going to coat it with it, and then we're going to coat the 69 with the Pour 15. I'll get this straight in a minute here. But we're going to see how both of them go on. We'll apply both of them with a brush and show everybody while we're applying them and see if there's any pluses or negatives. So check it out. Okay, we got the Pour 15 open. We're going to stir it up. Go ahead and let you know what we're about to do. We take a couple of these screws right here and we'll drill a hole in the top and screw these screws in. Because if you get any Pour 15 inside this lip and then you put that lid back on, you won't get that can back on. I mean, a little bit you might, but if it's all the way around through there, that can will not open again. You have to beat it off. So we do that so we can pour out what we need the next time. So that's a little tip for you there. All right, I'm just bad to use one of these red solo cups or something like that, or a paint cup to pour some in. I wish I had the little wider brushes, but all I got is some small ones. I got a box of them, so we're gonna use them. But like I said, I pour some in here, and then I try to clean up the edge of the thing the best I can. But like I said, you're gonna get Pour 15 in that right there, and you cannot get it all out, and it never will. Like I said, you close it up. That's why we drill the holes in the lid. One thing I know I like about the Pour 15 is it goes on kind of thick, rough with the brush, but as it dries, it smooths itself out. I don't know if you can really tell it in the video or not, but right now you can tell it goes on thick. You can tell it's brushed on, but it usually kind of, as it dries, smooths itself out, flows out even. Okay, so we got a coat on it. All we're really doing right now is from the suspension back to firewall, because I want to put the suspension on it and I want to put the brake booster and steering column and all that in it. So all this will get cleaned up and done later. But right now we got a coat on it, letting it dry. Hopefully we can come in here now and start mounting everything. We got the Rust-Oleum getting ready to put it in the floor of the Fox body, and just open it up, and the smell and the look and the way it feels down in the bottom, it reminds me a lot of the Pour 15. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes on and when it cures. So we're gonna get her mixed up and then apply some. Okay, we're putting on some of the Rust-Oleum. It even reminds me a lot of the Pour 15, just spreading it. It might be a little thinner. Then again, I may not have got it mixed up as good. I don't know. But it going on, it reminds me of it. Smelling it, it reminds me of it. Not that you need to go smelling it, but when your face is in the middle of it, it's kind of hard not to. But it, like I said, it just goes on a lot like the Pour 15 does. So it'd be kind of interesting. What we'll need to do is put some in a cup like that Pour 15 is, and then once both of them are cured out good, kind of compare them. You can see how we're doing the firewall back. We're gonna go to like where our welds are, we're doing it real thick. Okay, so here's our comparison. We got the Rust-Oleum on the Fox body, and you go over here to the Pour 15 on the 69. And we poured a little bit of Pour 15 in this cup, a little bit of Rust-Oleum in this cup, the same amount, and we're gonna let them dry good and until they turn into a puck, and then we're gonna take them and pull them out and see what they look like. All right, well, we got our Pour 15 and our Rust-Oleum. Pour 15, Rust-Oleum. Pour 15 is kind of turned into like a rubber puck. The Rust-Oleum ate through the cup. So, I don't know. Like I said, that one is kind of like a rubber puck down there. And that one's still not totally dry yet, but it's ate through the bottom of the cup. So there's something definitely stouter in that anyway. So, I don't know. You know, like I said, I like the way both of them go on. Both of them seem to do good. Like I said, this one seems to be a little shinier, the Pour 15. The Rust-Oleum, it kind of dulled out just a little bit. Kind of a flatter color. That's where we'll put a little more in to fill up some holes. It's a little wet right there still. But you can see where it's dried, it dried kind of flatter. But both of them apply good, and both of them seem to be good on there. The Rust-Oleum is about half the price. So I want to say the quarter Pour 15 was around 60, and that was around 29, I believe. Anyway, best way to tell really be in a couple of years.